Welcome to the very first lesson on number sets. When we hear the word numbers, the first ones that usually come to mind are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Or maybe, we also include 0 as in these, but numbers aren't limited to just these. In fact, there are many kinds of numbers that we use in mathematics. Some are negative numbers, some are fractions or decimals, and others involve radicals, like square roots. In this lesson, we'll take a preview of all the different sets of numbers. Later, we'll go into more detail about each type. For now, our goal is simply to define each number set. Most of the numbers we work with in math are called real numbers. All these together make up what we call the real number system. Let's look at a diagram. The real number set is divided into two big groups, rational numbers, which can be written as fractions, and irrational numbers, which cannot be written as fractions. Integers are a subset of rational numbers. Whole numbers are subset of integers. Natural numbers are subset of whole numbers. So, each box is a subset of the one above. Rational numbers include all fractions. For example, half, 3/4, -5/6, 3/5, and 1/9. Decimals that either end or repeat are also rational numbers. Examples are -0.25, 0.333, 5.7, and so on. Now let's talk about the other branch, irrational numbers. These are numbers that cannot be expressed as a fraction. Examples include square root of 2, which equals about 1.4, 1, 4, 2, 1, 3, 5, 6, 2, 3, 7, and so on, and pi, which equals about 3.1, 4, 1, 5, 9, and continues forever without repeating. Next, within rational numbers, we have a special set called integers. Integers include the numbers we usually think of as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and also all of their negative counterparts. So the full set of integers looks like this: -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Inside the set of integers, we find another subset called whole numbers. Whole numbers include all the positive integers, plus 0. So, the set of whole numbers is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Finally, within the whole numbers, we have the natural numbers. These are all the positive integers, without 0. So, the natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. We often call these the counting numbers, because they are the ones we naturally use when learning to count. Each of these sets has a special symbol we use in math. R represents the set of real numbers. Q represents rational numbers. Z represents integers. W represents whole numbers. N represents natural numbers. And what about irrational numbers? Since they're everything in R, except Q, we write them as R minus Q, or R\Q. So far, we've talked about number sets, but sets can describe other things too. For example, we could define the set of people in a family as father, mother, sister, brother. Or we could define the set of countries in North America as Canada, United States, and Mexico. Notice that we use curly brackets to list the members of a set. So, using symbols, we could write the set of all natural numbers like this: n equals curly bracket, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, closing brace. And that's our introduction to number sets. We've seen how all numbers in the real number system are organized, from natural numbers all the way up to irrational numbers. This is just the beginning. Later lessons will explore each of these sets in greater details. Thanks for watching and see you in the next lesson.